Hi there, we are the front-end team of FinTrack Project Group 37. In Sprint 1, we have successfully completed integrating front-end to the back-end, where we implemented user authentication functionalities such as forgot password, sign-up, login features. And building upon that, in Sprint 2, we have focused on implementing dashboard UI, API integrations, and expense visualization. I have worked on building the dashboard layout, ensuring that it effectively displays total expenses, recent transactions, and budget summaries. I have also integrated API calls to fetch budgets, transactions, and categories, ensuring that data is loaded dynamically and updates correctly when changes occur. Next, I have also implemented budget and transaction management functionalities within the dashboard, where users can now add, update, and delete budgets and transactions with real-time updates reflecting in the UI. This ensures that the financial data remains accurate and easily manageable. I've also implemented a expense distribution pie chart using React Chart JS2, which visually represents spending by category. This chart dynamically updates whenever transactions are modified, providing users with a clear breakdown of their financial activities.
Uh, this is Heman Bala. In Sprint 2, I focused on automated testing and end-to-end validation for authentication and dashboard functionalities. I started by implementing Cypress end-to-end tests, which simulate real user interactions such as logging in, sign up, resetting passwords, and performing actions on the dashboard. These tests ensure that the critical workflows function correctly across different user scenarios. Additionally, I developed unit tests for authentication flows covering login, sign up, and password reset. Using Jest and React testing library, I mocked API calls to verify successful and unsuccessful authentication attempts, ensuring that error handling works as expected. Lastly, I wrote unit tests for dashboard functionalities, testing API interactions, transaction additions, and UI element rendering. These tests validate that budget and transaction data are correctly displayed and updated in the response to user actions, reinforcing the application reliability.
Now, let me showcase the demo for our front-end application. Let's start with running our backend server. And let's fire up our front end. This is our login page. Let me log in for a particular user. As you can see, this is the dashboard layout we have built where users can see the total expenses card, and there's a logout option here. And each particular card of the features we can hover around them, and then we have added new expenses. Users can add expenses, they can set budgets, and we can also see what are the current budgets, and we can also see recent expenses. Let's see a sample demo. Let's say I'm trying to add an item, let's say $50 under the shopping category on March 2nd. Now, when I add expense, we'll also get a dialog showing whether you want to add the expense or not. Yes. And as you can see, the pie chart got updated dynamically, and we can also see in the recent expenses, a shopping category got added, and even in budget sections, we see shopping increased from $50. Let's see whether it got populated in our DB. As you can see, it got populated, it's showing in the DB. And we can also delete expenses. Let's say if I try to delete the Kohl's expenses shopping, we get the icon saying, are you sure you want to delete the expense? We can delete the expense, and it got deleted here, and even pie chart got updated dynamically. And also the budget section went here. And let's see, in the DB we have implemented soft deletes so that we can always revert back. Here you can see it got deleted. And Hemant will now talk about Cypress test case. Before that, let me showcase another functionality. Let's say if I am adding a GRU bill for particular month, let's say it comes around $100. And let's say if I want to add a new category, say utilities, uh, I say on March 3rd. Then when once I add expenses, we'll also get a new category utilities found. Would you like to set budget for it? Then once the user click S, it automatically fills that category and we can set the budget. It says around 200 from March 1st to, let's say, March 19th. Set budget. Now budget set successfully. Now we can see GRU bill got updated here, and there's new utilities pie chart, and then even in current budgets we can see utilities over. Now Hemant will talk about Cypress test cases.
Now let us try the Cypress test cases, which usually simulate the real interactions that users get to experience, such as logging, signing up, and resetting passwords. These tests ensure the critical workflows function correctly across different user scenarios. Thank you. That concludes our presentation.